Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Hope everyone had a great week. Today is February the 3rd, 2023. Let's hop right into it here. So today's candle is this one right here. And we opened up and a little bit of a gap, opened up and we came down, actually, took out that low. And then we rallied up, then took out that high, kind of what I was mentioning yesterday, so please watch previous videos. So we shook out, I call it, taking out both highs and lows, but it went down first, then went up, and then came all the way back down, and then settled right here. So you would have thought this bearish candle opened up and came up this way first, then came down and then settled, but no. So let's hop right into a smaller time frame real quick. We'll go to a 5-minute. All right, so previous day yesterday, this is a good tip for you is you can mark your high and lows of previous days, right? So that's the previous high and previous low of the day. So we opened up here and Asia took it pretty high for a moment and then also came back down, and then London brought it down here, right? So we have this high and this high that we've established in here with these highs and with these lows. So easy liquidity game for this day. And we had news that came out. So right around 8:30, price then sank down all the way down because we had non-farm news, and price came down and took out that liquidity very clear, then came all the way up. And you're not to do anything yet because A, it's news and it's going on, and B, you need to allow it to create structure. So price came up, so price came back up to this candle, came down, came back up, came down, and then it settled here. Okay, now I could have been a buyer right when it got back into this candle. This is the 5-minute. It's a little bit hard to see on the 5-minute. I'm gonna go to a 1-minute, but let me show you on a 5-minute. So price ends up rallying up, breaking that high. So this is the news here. Breaks up, comes all the way back down. Then we had 10 o'clock news. So two different news events today. And then price sank, it gapped and came back down. And then right into this block here. The same one that we were talking about. And then on a smaller time frame, you can see it as a 1-minute. So I could have been also a buyer there. But the news just came out at 10 o'clock. It's very risky to be doing that. So I decided to wait for more order flow. So I need to now go into a 1-minute. But you'll see here, very clean this way, where price rallied up, broke that structure, came back down. And then you're waiting for 10 o'clock because you could have some type of spike there. So we had a big gap there. Price came down, came right into the block here, into this demand area here, and then came back up, came down, held, came back up. See this? Made an imbalance right there. Price came back in, held as support. You're in this block here, and now you can be a buyer immediately once it goes into 50% of this candle with your stop loss at the open of that candle that I'm hovering above right now, this one right here. So well into this block here, okay, and boom, you got order flow, bullish candles closing, and then you expect the algorithm to run price. It starts to deliver price extreme, big volume candles in there, and then again back to order flow. And once you're in, you could have been a buyer here, could have been a buyer here, and you could have been a buyer here, could have been a buyer here, could have been a buyer here, and could have been a buyer here. Now, what is your intention? Obviously, the intention is to take it to that previous day's high, right? Very clear that it did that. Yes, it poked above here, right here. Poked above right there, came back down, but they needed to purge more of the actual buy side, actual stops, for deeper stops for people who have 100-point stop losses and things like that, right? I mean, I'm not saying that it went 100 points, but it needs to do a good job than just taking it like that little amount of wick right there. It's not enough. I mean, it can be enough, but you want to see something more than that in general. But anyways, so price purged up. So we took the tops. So we took the bottom side first. Then we took the top side, right? All right. And then you start to see price break down. You had a big, massive imbalance right there. When you get these big imbalances, these are not all the time, but generally a big red flag, right? Because now price is breaking down, boom, broke right here. Broke that low. See how it broke that low? And then when it comes back in, you see how we stay within that candle? Look at that. Very close to it, all right? And you could have traded this, meaning taking sells here, with starting from this candle. And when the price retraced, it held, never broke above here. So what am I looking for? I'm waiting for more order flow down. So you get this nice break here with this big imbalance again, right? Very similar to this. When it breaks in and it comes back in, boom, you have another opportunity for a sell, stop loss at that candle, and sank very fast. And also keep in mind, the time you want to be aware of the algorithm is definitely moving when it comes to lunchtime. Look at the time it is. So lunches started here, 12 o'clock, right here. So 12 o'clock it starts, and look, it does this big rally, and then you're about to hit the end of lunch. At the end of lunch, it's gonna also start speeding. Look at this. Look what time this is. This is 12:57, and this big candle is 12:58. The reason why they do that, and in my opinion, is because they know people are at lunch. You know what I'm saying? So they know that's an opportunity for people to miss their trades or exits. So that's why you got to be very wary. They teach not to even trade lunch, which I do agree as well. But at the same time, you'll notice and backtest so many times that, I mean, they make the move happen right when you're at lunch. So I actually tend to have lunch a little bit early or a little bit after, because I know their algorithm is going to be running based off of these certain times. Anyway, so price sold off. And what's your intention? Well, your intention is to take out this low. For me, it's clear to take out this low. Obviously, to take out this low here. But all this liquidity here. And sure enough, look at the time. Look what 9:30. Look where 9:30 is. 9:30 is this candle right here. The open of this 9:30 candle. Look at price to the right. See how conveniently it came back down to 9:30? Because that they know a lot of people had bought there. And it's just the algorithm references that 9:30 open and also 8:30. But that's a little bit different. Obviously, 8:30 was right here. But in general, when the price was here at 8:30, well, we sank down, and sure enough, we came back up at 8:30. See, so you got to be aware of the way the movement is. So obviously, when we sold here, we're taking it. I mean, we would have been nice to come down here and take out that low, right? But it didn't, and it squared off flat and then closed. But this was a nice low right here to grab, and sure enough, it purged it just like that. Because why? You also, when it came down and it bounced up here, you had more liquidity added to this liquidity. So this low became a nice purge for the algorithm, and beautifully came and took it. And that's pretty much it. That's for the day here. So great day. And as far as, following week, we got two bearish day candles now. Okay. So what do I like? I mean, we are still holding support. It is still stuck in a range and a consolidation. You're playing now the next levels of liquidity, in my opinion. Obviously, this high and this low. What's closer? This low is, obviously, because the close is here. So I could definitely see us coming down and taking out that low and then these lows before maybe we come back up, or we never come back. Might not ever come back up. Or, obviously, we go up first. We take out some of these highs, and then we come down for another bearish day, which will look, in a way, something like, I'm trying to find you. I mean, something like this, where it's just like bouncing up and down and then slowly getting to its objective. Obviously, that's an extreme, but you get what I'm saying. So I could definitely see us pulling back, coming down, pulling back, coming down, and slowly get into this liquidity here. All right. I hope this helps. You guys take care. Until my setup's back, I'm sorry I have to deal with these smaller screens. I even had to stop the school that I'm developing in the background for everyone, and because I moved and I have a lot going on, got engaged and setting up a wedding, and it's all horrible timing, but I have to flow with life. So the school's on hold. I was supposed to be finished by February. Now it's looking like March, and I'm waiting for new computers and monitors to come in and all that. So I'm a little delayed. So anyways, I hope this helps. You guys take care. God bless.